We packed our bags and left sunny Manchester for a week in Santorini, Greece, where it rained the moment we got ice cream. We had 2 earthquakes and somehow I slept through them both. But despite the weather and the tectonic drama, the food? Absolutely unreal. So this is everything I ate in Santorini, Greece as someone with celiac disease. Celiac safe, gluten-free, and honestly, some of the best food I've ever had on my travels. I feel like I say that in every single video, but I'm not lying. The food just keeps getting better. Now, if you saw my previous video, you would know my #1 rule when traveling with celiac disease, and that's to book an Airbnb or self-catering accommodation. I book self-catering accommodation. Airbnb's my favourite option. Cook in your Airbnb. This is exactly why I told you to book Airbnb. So, we booked a hotel. We stayed at this gorgeous hotel called North Santorini Luxury Spa, which, fun fact, is not actually located in the north. Still confused about that. But anyway, I would stay there again in a heartbeat. Me and my partner were saying that it's the first trip we've actually been on where we genuinely didn't want to leave the hotel. We had a private hot tub, we had a stunning room, a bathroom as big as one of my bedrooms, a pool, a gym, a spa. There was just everything you needed on site. And the restaurant, a cow, was absolutely stunning. The hotel was the highlight of the trip. And we were there for a wedding. Okay, I just need to clarify in case my family watching, that was a joke. But the hotel was so freaking good. Throughout the week, I tried so many of their dishes. I had the baby chicken, I had miso veg, lime rice, we had sushi by the poolside one day. I was not gonna let the wind stop us from enjoying ourselves. And I had this beautiful tuna rice bowl just before our boat trip one day, which by the way, you're gonna wanna stick around for and hear all about because there was a barbecue on board. For breakfast every morning, I had some omelets with gluten-free bread, Greek yogurt, of course, honey, and they even had gluten-free cereal. I cannot recommend this hotel enough, and the staff made it even more special. For lunch, we went to Franko's cafe in Pyrgos, and we didn't go here once, twice, we went here 3 times. Not just for the food, which was obviously amazing, but for the views and the friendliness of the staff. They do have gluten-free bruschetta, but they advised against that for celiac, so I had the Greek salad twice and the tuna salad, which to be honest, I was totally fine with after a really heavy breakfast. All super fresh, simple, flavourful. Oh, and they also had gluten-free bread as well. Now, a little side note. Every Greek dish has cheese or cream, or both. I don't think Greeks know how to make food without cheese. So if you're dairy-free, good luck. But speaking of dairy, we went to Solo Gelato in Fira. Got 2 scoops, pistachio and mango. It was super creamy, nice and fresh. And then it started raining immediately, and we enjoyed our ice cream huddled under a tree. If you're thinking of going to Santorini in May, just know it's beautiful, less crowds, but there's also a good reason for that. Don't leave your jacket at home. Okay, let's keep going. Pyrgos Restaurant. We actually ate at Pyrgos Restaurant twice. Once for an accidental rehearsal dinner for a wedding, and the second time was for the actual wedding. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I didn't realise that Pyrgos Restaurant was the venue for the reception after the wedding, and I booked for us all to go there 2 nights before the wedding. In my defence, it's a tiny island. The best way to get around is by car. We didn't have one, and there were only about a handful of restaurants in that area that we were staying in that had gluten-free food. Pyrgos Restaurant was one of them. I only realised my mistake halfway through my meal when my brother turned to me and said, did you pick this restaurant because you wanted to try before the wedding? And I was just like, what? And he went, yeah, you know this is the wedding venue, right? And I was like, you what now? I had the sea bass risotto. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. It was so flavourful, it was beautiful, and the setting of the restaurant was stunning. It was a perfect wedding venue. And the food on the day of the wedding was also really nice. I had grilled aubergine and then a chicken in some creamy sauce with fries. It was really nice. And no, I didn't film that because even though it might seem like it, I do have some boundaries. Madame Sousou. Now this was right next to our hotel, so it was super convenient. We hadn't really done any research on this place. I just kind of stumbled across it. We walked in and said, do you have anything gluten-free? And he said, yes, of course, we can sort something for you. And I said, but I have celiac disease. And he was like, yeah, no problem, we will sort something for you. It's a cute little Greek tapas place, and we ordered some grilled chicken, lamb, artichokes, some scallops. I wasn't a huge fan of the scallops though, they were a little bit fishy, but everything else was absolutely delicious. The only criticism I do have is that the plates were tiny. I get that it's tapas, but I think you would have to order the entire menu to even feel full. So this restaurant's probably better to come to if you want a light lunch rather than a full-on dinner. Now this is the highlight of the whole trip. I'm joking, it was the wedding, okay? We did the sunset boat tour with Caldera Yachting. We went past the active volcano, the white beach, the red beach, and we went to Tertipia. But more surprisingly, they had food on board. They made a barbecue and it was celiac safe. We had grilled chicken, Greek salad of course, aubergine, shrimp, tzatziki, and there was a lot more food that I just didn't even have. We also had Greek yogurt with sour cherries for afters. No cross-contamination and honestly, better than some of the meals we had on land. They offered snorkeling and swimming in the hot springs, but it was so cold, no one got off the boat. We just all looked at the water like, no thank you. Did I not have this on the whole time? Okay, that died. Now for the best meal of the whole trip. Tertipia in Kamari. This place felt like a big warm hug. Not 100% gluten-free, but the staff were absolutely incredible. I would say 90% of their menu was gluten-free. If you want to try authentic Greek home cooking, this is one of the places to come. We had beetroot salad, grilled halloumi, Greek sausage, fries, and this chicken in a creamy veg sauce with roasted peppers, and everything was just so delicious. Everything was made with love. They didn't have any gluten-free desserts, so the chef brought out some Greek yogurt with honey and raisins just for me. It was just such a nice gesture. But honestly, that's the Greeks for you. What made Santorini so special with the people? The food, the views, and the memories we made aside, the people on the island is what made it such a memorable trip. Everyone in Santorini was so warm and so friendly and genuinely so kind. And every place we went to just felt like you were dining out with family. That kind of hospitality just stays with you. And I'm already mentally planning my trip back to Greece. Just maybe next time we'll go in August, when the weather is hopefully a little bit better. Although I just spent 2 days in Fira, Portugal, where it was so sunny, I got really badly sunburned and spent 3 days in bed with heat exhaustion. So anyway, make sure to follow if you don't want to miss that video. See you in the next one.